Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. I do hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. Ledger is still having their free $25 gift voucher for Christmas. While this is not paid advertising, I do have an affiliate link in the description below as I am an affiliate. And that might be kind of important to you right now to get a Ledger because of all the crazy stuff that's happening. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. So, for those of you who have been asleep for the last 24 hours, and I mean that in the nicest way possible, Bitcoin slammed past 20,000 US dollars. Hold on. I'm like screaming in my own ear. Past $20,000 last night. Everyone went completely insane. I don't even know what I was trying to do around that time. I remember I was just trying to relax and my phone kept on vibrating. Lo and behold, we broke past $20,000. As I woke up this morning, I had 33 text messages, and I was like, "What's going on?" I just assumed that we were still around $20,500. We destroyed $22,000 per Bitcoin. It says gained over $3,000 in one day, and that's not even the end of it because the news continues going on, and it only gets a lot crazier. My mind is freaking out right now. For those of you not looking at the screen or maybe driving or simply can't pay attention right now, Bitcoin has passed by 23,000 US dollars. It is currently at, oh my gosh, it says, geez Louise, it's around 20, freaking out, I'm sorry. 23,000, around 300, 400, somewhere around there. The point is we have massively passed by 23,000. The price is officially going completely parabolic. The entire cryptocurrency market has lost its mind. Bitcoin was going up by a lot, and then the other coins were going up around a good 3, 4, 5, 6%. There are coins now going up by 15, 16, 17% at the exact same time. That's not even in the right order. It says crosses 22,000 for the first time. That is officially now old news. So everyone's trying to figure out, we are currently in a position where we are in something called price discovery mode. We're trying to see exactly how high we can go, where the top is going to be. When do the brakes kind of stop on this entire thing? A lot of people think that we are on our way. And here's a really funny part. I'll even tell you this part right now. When Bitcoin broke past 20,000 yesterday, I posted on here and I posted about it on Twitter. And I kept on getting the same kind of general message. And people were saying $23,000 Bitcoin by the 23rd of December. And I saw the price go to 23,000 and I was like, you kind of guessed it, but you guessed it super early. A lot of people think that we are aiming for $28,000 to $30,000 per Bitcoin. Other people are saying 33,000 is kind of the short term. And I'm giving you heavy air quotes as to that the short term price movement of where Bitcoin is going to go. The craziest part of all of this is, if you don't follow me on Twitter, if you don't have a Twitter, I totally understand. But if you do follow me on Twitter, you probably saw this video that I posted. The craziest thing happened yesterday. There is someone from the Guggenheim Fund manager, so-and-so, CEO, yada, 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 was talking on, I believe it was Bloomberg. Yeah, Bloomberg TV yesterday. My friend sent me a screenshot of it and I was like, what's that? And then I finally found the thing on Twitter and listened to it. So what happened was while the Fed was having their discussion, of interest rates and all these other things going on and what they were planning on doing, they're talking to this guy from the Guggenheim Fund, who represents, I assume, the Guggenheim family, as one of the richest families on the planet. And they're sitting there discussing with him, we just saw that Bitcoin passed by 20,000. What do you think of that? I think it's so and so and so. And they're talking for about a good 20, 30 seconds. And the host goes, so where do you think Bitcoin's price is going? He goes, well, according to what we've been looking at, Bitcoin's price should be $400,000. You can hear the host go, like literally choke on his words. And every 3 seconds he go, it was just a really awkward, because the guy's sitting there from Guggenheim and he's talking so calmly. He's like, based on so-and-so and yada, yada, yada. And the guy goes, you wait, stop. So wait. You think Bitcoin should be at 400,000? What exactly is this based on? He goes, scarcity. I fell on the floor. I couldn't find my phone fast enough. This is all within the last 12 hours that this sequence of events has really kind of taken shape, and I don't know how to really feel about it. Because I knew that Bitcoin was going to skyrocket, and we all knew that Bitcoin was going to skyrocket. But to have the price obliterate 23,000, continue moving up. There's a lot of fluctuations in the market right now. Don't be, the word isn't surprised. You should understand that we are in new territory, completely new territory, and the prices are going to be going completely insane for a while. But to have this guy openly say that according to what they're looking at, Bitcoin should be over $400,000 right now is nuts. I'm sorry if I seem a bit, is the word erratic or kind of all over the place? It's because there's a lot happening at one time and I'm trying to cover all of it. I'm trying to make sure that everyone gets the news. I'm trying to make sure that I don't sound completely insane as I'm talking to all of you. There's the Guggenheim news again. Of course, it was absolutely everywhere. On top of that, as one might have imagined, and at this point, I'm not angry, but it's more like we all knew that this was going to happen. There's no confusion that, it says both Binance and Coinbase suffered technological issues on Wednesday. The same day, Bitcoin crossed $20,000 price threshold for the first time. Binance related its issues to the number of people surfing on the exchange. Changpeng Zhao, who is the CEO of Binance, tweeted on Wednesday saying, Bitcoin just popped. Experienced some scaling issues, should be fixed for now. Underestimated demand. They should, I'll get to that in 1 second. Adding a lot more servers still. An update from Changpeng Zhao came about half an hour later, revealing improvements as well as a dramatic surge in users on the platform. Still some latency issues here and there. Working on it all hands on deck. He tweeted, Bitcoin goes up 5%. Traffic goes up by 30x. By 2:56 p.m., he said that the situation had resolved. If you were here earlier this year, if you were here even last year, but this is the second time that this has happened on Binance. So I'm going to give them a slight pass simply because, if there's a huge amount of people going to your platform, I get it. You may not be prepared. Coinbase, on the other hand, and excuse me if I'm completely incorrect, this is, I think, the 8th time this year that this has happened. Every single time that Bitcoin has pushed up in price. When it was pushing up at 8,000, when it was pushing up at 10,000, when it fell back down, it was pushing back up again at 9,000, 11,000, 13,000, 14,000, and all the other thousands that are also out there as well. Coinbase has had outages. I was discussing this with my friend in New York, and we were trying to figure out exactly why this keeps happening. He speculated that there must be some type of either they have not gotten their systems ready, correct, able to handle the load that they know is coming, which is really annoying because we all knew how crazy it was going to get. You have probably had friends and family members and coworkers asking you, how do I get into this Bitcoin thing? What is this digital currency thing? You know where I can buy some? All asking the exact same questions. If we know it was going to be crazy, why didn't Coinbase, and this is, listen, me and my friend conversation, why not hyper upgrade your systems to make sure, even make a Coinbase 2, another platform that people can go to just to ease the tension of the actual one website. Part of the issue is, and why there's, I don't want to use the word anger from people, is that every time before in the past when this happened, you may remember, Bitcoin's price was going up, Coinbase went down, and the prices started dropping because people were like, why is one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges on the planet down? What's wrong with my money? What happened? Were they hacked? What's the actual issue? And when this happens over and over, eventually, I told you, people are only going to be able to contain their anger for so long because you're really messing with people's money at that point. We're no longer talking about Bitcoin being $500, $800, even $3,000. This is Bitcoin slammed past $20,000. I saw somebody before, multiple people on this channel, telling me that they had issues with Coinbase because when they were trying to execute a trade, cash out something, move money in some sort of way, and the platform had gone down, somebody was like, I lost $3,000 on the trade. And I was like, that's a lot of money. You can't mess with people's. Anyway, the point is, like I said, second time for Binance that I can remember in my head. It's not that I'm giving them a pass, but it's more like it hasn't happened 9 times. Twice is fine. I totally understand if we pass by 20,000, things are going to get a little insane. The prices did not drop. Thank the goodness, when Coinbase actually suffered their outage or whatever the actual thing might be at the moment. But a lot of madness. I'm going to try and slow down. I can feel my like blood pressure and what's the word? Euphoria. What's the word? Adrenaline. Adrenaline is like pumping really hard right now because we did it. We finally passed by that one point. Coinbase and Binance had problems. So here's the other thing that happened yesterday besides the actual price madness that we had going on. It said the Federal Reserve said on Thursday that it would hold U.S. interest rates at their current level, which is close to zero. It's either 0 or 0.25%, and added qualitative criteria to govern how long it would keep its 120. So if you look right here, it says 120 a month bond buying program, and I was like, 120 million's a lot. And then I was like, oh, economic activity and employment have continued to recover. That's a lie, but that's really a lie. But remained well below their levels at the beginning of the year. This is according to a statement released at the conclusion of the week's 2-day closed-door meeting of the Central Bank's Monetary Policy Committee, known as the Federal Open Market Committee, or FOMC. Key target rates for the Federal Reserve are going to remain at 0.25%. Here we go. The Fed plans to keep on buying $80 billion worth of U.S. Treasury bonds and $40 billion of agency mortgage-backed securities every single month. $120 billion are going to be used to buy up bonds and securities. That's why when I saw it over here, my brain was going so fast, and I was like, oh, 120 million. That's still a little crazy. Billion. $120 billion per month. And even crazier, I think we should have all expected that this was going to happen. We heard news from the Federal Reserve, this guy right here, a couple of months ago. He said that they expect the economy to continue being garbage until the year 2023, at least, by their estimates. And they had already continued planning on the continuation of buying bonds and securities at that pace. 3 years. Pumping tons of money into the market, printing more money to pump into the market. So I'm not really sure exactly what caused Bitcoin's price to kind of pop up. There was news. Wait, that was my leg. There was news about a whale activity action that someone bought up a huge amount of Bitcoin. People were speculating that it was one of the companies that we had heard from a couple of days ago who was talking about buying I think $350 or $500 million worth of Bitcoin. And that was kind of the phrase that was going around right now. No one really knows exactly why we dramatically popped up in price. It could have also simply been the Fed. I mean, them announcing that all the banks saying that the US dollar is going to go down, the Federal Reserve coming forward basically saying that our economy is very weak. We have to continue printing money and pumping it into the markets to make them kind of, rise and float to make things appear to be normal is a pretty good spark for Bitcoin to actually go up. So no one knows what did it. All we know is that it happened. The next couple of years are going to be very difficult, I think, when it comes to the world's economy. And this is why, listen, when we got news yesterday that this guy believed that Bitcoin's price should right now be 400,000 US dollars, that told me that all the other banks, all the other funds, all the other institutions who've been getting into the space the last 8 weeks, hasn't it seemed kind of weird that all these companies, all these institutions were flocking to Bitcoin at the exact same time every single day? There hasn't been one day that has passed. One day. Think of that. 8 weeks. There hasn't been one day that has passed that we haven't heard about some company putting either 15 million, 25 million, $500 million into Bitcoin, and then coming out openly and saying Bitcoin should now, at the moment, be worth $400,000 is kind of insane. And this tells me that they all have that exact same information, and all their metrics are showing that based off of the current scarcity of Bitcoin, Bitcoin's price should be $400,000. And I think we are, it's not even cracks in the wall or cracks in the system. We are seeing the the end of the cycle for the US dollar and the birth of a brand new reserve currency, which people are able all around the world to actually have a portion of. Imagine if the US dollar only had 21 million units and you were able to buy up half a dollar, an entire dollar, $15, and you had those dollars for as long as you possibly wanted. That would make the US dollar extremely rare. The point is, rates are going to remain unchanged. Not really surprised on that matter. It's just more of it's nice to see the effect that it's had on the entire cryptocurrency market. What is this one? I have no idea what this is. What is this? Here we go. It says, while there's a huge uproar around institutional Bitcoin investments, hedge fund giant, a new one called One River Digital Asset Management, has made a quiet and smart accumulation of more than $600 million in cryptocurrencies. You heard that correct. Every single day, there has not been one day where we have not gotten news like this. If they are all betting, and more so, are more secure, that right now, that Bitcoin is not only undervalued, but should be at $400,000 per coin. What does that tell you about the future of Bitcoin's price and where the market is going to go? As per the latest report, the hedge fund giant has pledged a total of $1 billion for Bitcoin and Ether purchases by early 2021. And I can only assume that that is going to be pushed up a lot further. If prices continue to rise, they need to get into the market now. There's no longer waiting for Bitcoin to be $38,000 and then they go, okay, now we buy. CEO of One River Asset Management, Eric Peters, said that he has specially set up a new company called One River Digital to handle crypto investments. The hedge fund CEO also joined hands with Alan Howard, the co-founder of Brevin Howard Asset Management. I assume they're also buying up some as well. When we passed by $20,000, the amount of comments on here and the amount of comments on Twitter made me so happy. There was one person in particular, hello to you, I don't remember your username on Twitter, who was like, dude, I get exactly why you're so frustrated or why you have these like moments of like, not anger, but like of like frustration. There's no way that you can get news like this every single day and it doesn't affect the market. When we hear all the time that these companies, $1 billion into Bitcoin and Ethereum, are you kidding me? When we get that news every single day and Bitcoin drops by $800, I'm like, the market is mad. The market doesn't make any actual sense and it's completely lost its mind. If we had heard from just 3 companies over the course of this entire year, yeah, we're thinking about buying Bitcoin. We're not really sure. It seems a little weird for us. That's one thing. If 1 or 2 or 3 companies had actually purchased it, I'm going to go, well, adoption's on its way. Every single day for 8 weeks, and even more so, a lot of the companies that we kept on hearing about were usually in my videos twice. It was never even like a same company every day kind of thing. It was a brand new company every single day who was talking about that they were going to be getting into the Bitcoin space every single freaking day. And when we did have companies return, it was, we're going to be buying another 200 million. And then Bitcoin's price would drop and I was like, what are all of you thinking? Whoever sold their Bitcoin, I feel so sorry for you. And I don't even mean that as a joke. I don't understand how you did not see this trend, how you simply did not understand that Bitcoin was going to explode in price. I do not understand how anyone could be bearish on Bitcoin right now. It's no longer, I don't like Bitcoin. Bitcoin's too slow. I like Litecoin better. XRP is a better coin. Stop. Focus. Pay direct attention to everything that's going on. This guy went on live TV while the Federal Reserve was talking and said that according to their current numbers, we haven't even gone to the 2024 halving and the 2028 halving, that Bitcoin should be $400,000 US. I cannot stress this enough. When we pass by 50,000 US dollars, there's no one to blame but yourself. No one. Zero. No one else. I wrote it on my Twitter yesterday. If you had purchased Bitcoin earlier this week, you would immediately have been in profit. Every single person who bought Bitcoin the day before we went above 20,000 was in profit. Everybody made money. Every single person. One River, 1 billion in Bitcoin and Ethereum by early 2021. Do you think that they're the last company who's going to be doing this? Do you think? We keep getting news about hedge funds. Hear me out on this one. Remember when we had news that the girl Arya Stark had also bought some Bitcoin? We also had news. I think Ashton Kutcher is also. I don't even know all these people. Celebrities behind the scenes and other rich people are probably buying en masse. Just because we don't see Beyonce coming on TV saying, "Yeah, we bought 4,000 Bitcoin," doesn't mean that it's not happening. They also all have family offices. They also all have wealth managers who tell them where to allocate their money. These things also talk to banks and industry makers and corporations and say, where do you think the next trends are going? Oh, you have indications that this thing that's $9,000 could go to $400,000. Okay, I think we'll manage a couple 5, 10, 15 million into that market. It is not just the companies who we're seeing. My gosh, like if you could feel my energy right now, like it is absolutely insane. I don't even know what the rest of the tabs are. Like it is just a wild. This is it right here. Bitcoin whale surfaces with $1 billion in Alan Howard backing. Singapore's leading private bank, DBS Global Holdings or Group Holdings, is planning to establish a new cryptocurrency exchange in response to the rising demand for digital currencies. In accordance with our rich people buying up Bitcoin every single day news, what has happened every single day alongside that news? Say it with me. 4-letter word, starts with a B. It's on the screen, ends with an ank. Every day, there's been a bank who's like, yeah, we're also getting into crypto. What do you think is going to happen when all the people who are slightly uncomfortable with crypto, who are comfortable with their banks or their industry or their so-and-so or their yada yada, have a place to be able to trade and buy cryptocurrencies? We've had that news for a while. I'm sure there are tons of older, more seasoned investors who are not comfortable with the cryptocurrency space because it doesn't remind them of anything. This is why whenever we get futures, people jump into the futures. Whenever we get things with banks, it drives me crazy because that means that the people who are not comfortable with going to Coinbase, they go, well, I can go to my local bank and I can ask them for an allocation of around $5,000 per month into cryptocurrencies, because that's going to happen. It's going to be a thing that's going to actually happen. It's just a matter of time of every single bank coming forward and saying that they're going to do this. How many times have we heard JP Morgan Chase say positive things about Bitcoin and where Bitcoin's going to go and how big Bitcoin's going to be? The largest bank in Southeast Asia, DBS Group Holdings, said launching a crypto exchange would increase the scope for tokenization, digital currency custody, and trading services for institutional investors. In a recent statement, the Singapore-based bank said the crypto exchange would allow for secondary trading of crypto assets and support asset tokenization as a method of raising capital. DBS Chief Executive Piyush Gupta said the market was ready for the formal banking sector to move on cryptocurrencies and digital assets, as reported by Reuters. Is it crystal clear yet? Crystal. Absolutely crystal clear where all of this is going. I'm sorry that I keep clearing my throat, and at this point, I don't even honestly care. Do you get it? Everyone else who bought Bitcoin, like an actual, I was gonna give you like a little golf clap. I would clap louder, but I just woke up and I don't want to scare my neighbors thinking that I'm, some psycho just clapping. The point is, another bank, another day. Next up, CBOE Global Markets is joining the race to take cryptocurrency pricing mainstream. The exchange owner will launch a suite of tools in 2021 in a licensing partnership with executive provider CoinRoutes Cryptocurrency indexes, historical data, and real-time ticks are all on the table. This was said by Catherine Clay, CBOE's Information Solutions Chief. So what happens is that as institutions want to get into the cryptocurrency space, this was a discussion in 2018. They don't know where to go. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to get their prices from. You can go to where I show you prices. You have this other website. You have this. You have so-and-so, and no one has a proper metric. So what's going to happen is these major institutions and stock exchanges and banks are going to start having their own indexes, and this is where the rich people are going to get their prices from. The really crazy part is that cryptocurrencies are large enough that they want to list indexes next to these other major companies who they're also listing on their actual stock exchange. That's the crazy part. It's not so much that they're like, yeah, we'll have the numbers up there. Crypto is so big now that they're making sure that institutional investors and people who are throwing millions into other markets now see Bitcoin's price alongside Apple, Amazon, Google, Netflix, and all these other things. I think they even said, if this is the actual right one, if I'm not mistaken, maybe it's another one. Yeah. So the CBOE says it right here that they're going to likely list 10 or fewer of the top trading coins. You can probably assume which coins that those are actually going to be. It's quite obvious at this point. So that's the CBOE news. Can you feel my energy? Can you feel how intense this all is? Like, I'm so happy for everyone who found my channel, who found their way into cryptocurrency in some sort of way, and especially for those who bought crypto the last couple of weeks. You've definitely made money, and you're going to be making a lot more money as we continue going forward. While losing confidence in the US dollar, fund managers have voted that longing Bitcoin is among the preferred trades in December 2020. Fund managers overseeing $534 billion in assets under management, surveyed by Bank of America, have placed long Bitcoin as the third most crowded trade. The cryptocurrency has fallen behind only to tech stocks and shorting the US dollar, but has climbed above traditional investments such as gold and bonds. They were asking hedge funds, what do you think you're going to be doing? They're going to be longing tech, because tech has been going up a lot this year, shorting the US dollar, that's the blue line, and longing Bitcoin. Third most popular trend, $500 billion asset under management. This is what they're going to be doing. Just making sure that everyone got that. And the last one, American Express, one of the biggest financial firms in the United States, has entered the cryptocurrency market with the latest investment in an institutional crypto trading platform called Falcon X. The American Express Ventures did not disclose the actual size of the investment. Don't even have to read it. Because you know exactly what's going to happen. So, the crypto market's going crazy. We have indications that every single day there's a new hedge fund getting into the market. There's a new wealthy person getting into the market. There's a new bank getting into the market. Once again, banks do not create something that they cannot themselves profit from. We can all assume that if they're creating a cryptocurrency trading desk, a cryptocurrency custody solution, a cryptocurrency anything, they probably hold cryptocurrency. The amount that they hold, we'll probably never know, or rather until they have to actually disclose that. But once again, we can all assume they're probably not buying up a Bitcoin, not 10 Bitcoin, probably around 50 million plus per bank who's actually going to be banking on Bitcoin. Ha 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 ha. I just want to make sure that everybody got that. I didn't mean to have such an intense video, but I need you to all understand that we're here. And it's time to stop playing games. It's time to stop this delusion that Bitcoin Cash, Satoshi's Vision, or Bitcoin Diamond, or Stellar Lumens, or all these other coins are going to pass by Bitcoin. Stop it. It's done. It's done. Stop it. Like, completely. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to have the discussion about it. I don't want people asking me questions about it, because I've been saying this over and over for years. And I really just want everyone to know that this is not the end of it. Bitcoin at 23,000 is not the pinnacle. It's going to continue over the next couple of years to insane numbers that we can't even possibly imagine right now. So if you made the mistake before by telling me and your friends that they should get into these other crappy coins that are going to go nowhere, just understand that you still have time to change your mind. Because I've been saying it for years. I told people about Bitcoin when it was $200. I was like, get it together. Something is clearly happening with this thing. And now we know that all these institutions and banks have been buying up since 2014. Like, my gosh, man. Like, if anyone doubts any of this at this point, it's just a massive amount of delusion. Every single day, every day a new bank, every day new types of adoption. And there's other adoption that I can't even talk about in this video. There's a website that allows people to partake in viewing things of people without any shirts on and or undergarments. And they have also recently added a whole bunch of cryptocurrencies to their platform as well, because they've been shunned by credit card companies. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. Very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. Bolero Bastos, Crayla Michelle URL, On Crypto with Lionel, Tigara Macho Nisa, Bake Me a Cake, Arfmedic17, Anytime Fitness, Monk's Corner Staff, Bodie McBoatface, Yes to Crypto, Miller Hitch Test Every Day, and Kyle Skips Leg Day. Minting Coins, Jeremy Fox, Jim Gardner, Anthony Charles, Nick Mangialavori, Paxis, Vlad the Impaler, Richie Rich III, Setsuna, Damien, Crypto Artist, Coldy 3D, Bankroll Network, 242 to the World, Wise Night Owl, Jared Schneider, Master Ventures in Thailand, Moher Maroni, Adam Graysick, Todd Mullis, A Bibliophobia, The Animal Reader, John Sarson, Nostromo, Martin Stoyer, Joshua Vineyard, Moonman High, XRP, Utopia 569, Oscar Maldonado, Yasha Harari, Attila the Han, David James, yeah, I said that right, David James, Navarro Williams, Auspicious Agile and Blockchain, Tolik Banan, Snacky Chan, love that one, Conan Don't Skip Leg Day, George Montoya, Wiselink, Not TMI, Crypto Stahl, and Professor Wally from Gunbot University. Thank you all an incredible amount for your support. Thank you to everyone who has listened, who paid attention. Thank you to everyone who is a clicker of affiliate links. Thank you to everyone who has been purchasing Nano Ledgers. Thank you to everyone out there in general for all of your support. You do not understand how much it means to me. I love every single one of you. I love making videos. I love having discussions with all of you. It is mind-blowing how far we've come, and we are only like 1% of the way there. It is going to blow people's minds exactly how much the cryptocurrency space explodes over the next couple of years. And that's not even talking about the next halving and the halving after that and the halving after that. $400,000 per Bitcoin right now. What does that mean for the year 2032? How high is Bitcoin's price going to be? How high are they projecting Bitcoin's price is actually going to be? At the moment, Bitcoin is at $22,854. It is up by 16.39%. Ethereum is up by 9%. It's at $648 US. XRP is up by 23.68%. It is at 56 cents. Litecoin is up by 19%. Chainlink is up by 7. Lumens is up by 14 if you round up. Wrapped Bitcoin is, of course, up as well because it is supposed to be mimicking the price of... I think Wrapped Bitcoin will eventually make it into the top 10. It's just a really strange feeling that I actually have. Everything else is going up. Filecoin is going down because it's Filecoin. I mentioned all that to you before. Celsius is up by 16. What more can I honestly say? I am so happy, so relieved that we finally made it here. To all the people, and I notice not any of you, but there are other crypto YouTubers who were like, we have to retest $12,000, $9,000, $13,000 before we can think about going above $19,000 again. Have a good day. I do hope that you all enjoyed, and I mean that. I do hope that you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope that it is absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.